Howdy folks, it is the 11th of January. It's about 10 past 6 in the evening. I'm here and let's put on a light. Yeah, I'm working on different pots, getting them in the kiln. I've got the kiln already 2/3 packed, so just got the top part of the kiln to finish off. I've got some mugs here that I'm working on. Actually, they're going to be sprayed with wood ash, and yeah, some more over there. Those are going to be all sprayed with wood ash. A jar there, teapot, another larger paddle form. I've got a bunch of teapots here on the bench that have been hanging around for a long time, so they're all sort of different designs, different kind of handles, different kind of, yeah. And then we got these covered jars here, these little tea caddies. They've actually been waxed there, as you can see. They're waiting. I've got to do some more work on those. Those little cups, they've got to be also decorated. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Just thought I'd bring you in on it. I've got a couple of mugs I've got to do. I've got to put these names on, which I don't feel very confident about putting names on mugs, I'll be honest. So yeah, I'm working with the usual pigments here, the cobalt and the iron oxide. A bit extra light there. So let's just get on with it. Get on with it, boy. Okie dokie. Yep. Okay. Yeah, just a quick video. Hi folks, welcome. Yeah, so now I don't use any brushes that are special necessarily. I mean, as you can see, here's a brush. I've got more special brushes, these kind, but you know, that's a cinnamon brush, but I thought it would be really good for doing combing through slip, white slip perhaps. Okay, so yeah, I've got some pigment here on the brush. What I'm going to do is some broad strokes like this. I need a water bottle handy always, you know, to keep the pigment flowing. Let's bring down that tripod. You're up in the clouds here. Let's bring it down a bit. Yeah, let's bring it down a little bit there. How about that? Something like that. So, yes. Okay. Yeah, this is it. Oops, sorry. So, yeah, be bold. Nothing worse than timidity, you know, when it comes to brush strokes. You just... Alright, there it is. Right, this is a I've never done this design before. Well, that's not true. I did one before here. That's what I'm doing. So let's just get a bit of pigment here flowing. Get it mixed up on the brush. Don't want it too thick, don't want it too thin, you know. So, are we in the picture? Yeah, are we in the picture? Something like that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put a dot there, like that. I take in the brush and bring it down 2 stripes like that. I just invented it. We can do that, can't we? We don't have to be... That's a rather nice thing, isn't it? About doing this kind of thing, we can just be free, can't we? Well, if you're working for yourself, if you're working for somebody else, well, you've got to do what they tell you, I suppose. But I like the sort of freer decorations that aren't too kind of rigid. Yeah, you do it, you know, and then smack it in the kiln. Who knows, it might come out rather nicely. Quite often is the case, actually, that, you know, it's not always all the laboured over decorations that really come out really well. Quite often it's the opposite, you know. It's the ones that you sort of like just did off the cuff and just flung them in the kiln. And wow, look at that. The kiln was kind to them, you know. Yeah. A sip of tea. So you see on this mug here. Well, this is the sort of the combination, you see, that we've got a blue background with the iron oxide. Well, that's what I'm doing here with these bud vases. Yeah, we'll do one more. Do one more. So yeah, you've got to sort of take the brush and take the bristles over the and round the other side. A bit like that, you see. Try and follow the form. That one stopped a bit short. If you do that, you know, and you're decorating and you just you do something, it just doesn't come out. Don't worry about it. Just move on. Don't get hung up on details too much. Okay. Because it won't actually be really noticed when all is said and done. Especially if it's like a repeat decoration, like which is what I'm doing. You know, these are we call these like repeat decorations. You won't notice it, and it'll add to the flavour. You know, it's like cooking. You know, you make a mistake when you're cooking. You think, oh well. Well, that's what we're doing, isn't it? Cooking. Not edible cooking, but we're doing cooking. So I'm just trying to do this so you can see. Oh, yeah, right. Okay. You do a decoration, you see like this, and then you fire it and have a look at it and think, yeah, I like that, I'll do that again. I think we could make something of that. Yeah, be experimental. If it doesn't work, well, at least you tried. You know, at least you tried. Right, there you go. That's a bit of that. Let's do. Yeah, I'll just show you these quickly. These mugs. I can't remember if I showed these to you. These are like those beakers over there on the board, on the wear board, except with this, you see what I did? You see it's indented there. I pushed it in, so that gives room for my knuckle. It also means that the handle here doesn't have to stick out so far out the side. So it brings the handle closer to the center of the pot, which is where the center of gravity is, so it feels really nice to hold, you know, really well balanced. You can think about that, you know, with your pots. Slightly indent the side like that. I showed you the other day, didn't I, a teapot I did, here, this one, which is in the process of being glazed. This one's going to be sprayed over the outside, but you see the indentation there for the, again, a teapot, you see, you're going to pick that up and you want it to feel nicely balanced. A lot of teapots don't feel very well balanced, often, I find. So, okay. Let's do one of these. This is you won't be able to see this very well, but this is actually a Hakami white slip, which is underneath a bit like, here's one, you see the white slip. You see the white slip here underneath the overglaze, and then it's got some iron oxide decorations. Sorry about that, bang the camera there. Here's another one, I'll show you this. You see this swirl in here, that's white slip, but then with a transparent glaze over the top. This was made by Greg Caltabiano, a friend of mine. He gave this to me. It's rather nice though. I always like this pot. In its sort of looseness, you know, and it's sort of it's a sort of Korean style. Rather nice clay body. I like that. I wish I could have a clay body like that. And here's another one. Just show you these as examples. This one came from England. This was at home in my dad's studio, in the packing shed up the back, around the back there. It was just a pot probably somebody gave to him, but it's a sort of good example of a Hakami, you see, white slip, with an overglaze over the top, which is always generally rather thinly applied to allow the Hakami to show through, you see. And then it's just got a rather loose, spattered iron oxide decoration over the top, you see. Just thought I'd show you that. I know you like to see the details. Yes, we like the details. Okay, so these are all like that, in that sort of theme, you know. Some of these Hakami decorations that are under the glaze are a little hard to see. Anyway, here's another one. Let's do something on this. So basically, I sort of think of the Hakami as like a backdrop, you know. It's like the sky with sort of clouds across the sky, you know, and then you suddenly see a tree, you know, sort of like the silhouette of a tree against this backdrop of a sky. So that's how I go about it, how I think about it in my head. Okay, so let's take some of this on the brush here, some of this iron, not iron, cobalt. So we're going to try and do doing this in front of the camera is not always recommended, you know. But anyway, I got to show you. So I'm just going to be very loose about this, okay? And I'm just going to do a few. I guess you could sort of think of them as stems, you know. Don't worry about it too much. Just sort of, you know, just think of, maybe sometimes it's good just to count as you're sort of going around the pot. You see how much. That's it. Just let the brush wiggle a bit. Okay, so we've got one there, so we can do another one in the middle here. That's it. Just let the brush do the walking, and don't worry if they don't come out exactly as you think they ought to. Oops. As you think they ought to. See, we easily fall into that trap, don't we? Okay, so now we're gonna in the picture. So now, okay, we've got a stem here. Let's give some life to it. What are we going to do? Well, some leaves. Yeah, leaves. What kind of leaves? Oh, well, yeah. Again, don't get too in your head about it. Just sort of, just let that brush do the. It'll be all right. Don't worry. How are leaves in nature? They're all over the place, aren't they? So just let these be like that. Yeah, sometimes it works better than others, you know. Alright, so we've done that. And you might think, well, I'm not all that impressed with that. It looks like it looked like a child had done it. Well, in some ways we need to get back to being. Now I'm going to flick this. I've loaded the brush a bit, and now I'm going to flick this. You see, because I want to give it a little bit of spatter, a bit of iron oxide spatter like that. Sometimes it can add a bit of something, you know. It's like pepper, you know. Add a little pepper to the pot. When you're cooking, you know, you add a bit of pepper. Now this is cobalt, and you see I'm tapping the brush. You see how I'm doing it? Load it and then tap it. Okay, and there it is. When this one comes out, I'll try and show it to you. Oh, that was the one we did, remember? Now these ones, like this one here for example, you see this is a completely different one. Now I've done a little iron oxide on the rim here, you see. Well, you can do that, you don't have to. As it, you know, there are no rules. There are no rules here. You just make it up as you go. It's like playing a musical instrument, you improvise. Now underneath these little flecks here, there's like I took a piece of sponge and I cut it into like a square, and then I turned the square and applied it so it looks like a diamond. You see? You might just see the outline of the diamond there, and then I just did a little fleck in the middle of the diamond. Again, I'm not, I'm not bound by any rules too much. Let's just keep it free and flowing, and keep it alive. You see, that's the thing, isn't it? Keep it alive. Keep it alive. Now, sometimes you're looking at something, you think, what am I going to do on that? What am I going to do there? Just, I find what I do is quite often I just don't know what I'm going to do, but I just hold it for a few seconds and look at it, and then I may get an idea come, and then the thing is, just act on the idea. Just act on the idea. I don't have an idea at the minute, I have to say. And if you don't get an idea, don't worry, just put it down, pick up another one. And you get work like that, you see. Okay. So I can see the hakami underneath the glaze here. I can see it there. So yeah, I'm just why don't we just do one thing is being spontaneous when you're on your own, when I'm here, Another thing is trying to be spontaneous in front of a camera. It's not always so easy. But that's alright. You have to be prepared to make a mistake. That's the long and short of it. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. Just do it. Okay, so now I've done that. Okay, let's load a brush with some iron oxide. Now then, let's do. Can you see me? Okay, I'm going to rest on something here. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. We'll do that. You see, the simple fleck decoration. It comes in. It comes in very handy, Okay. Now this one, maybe I will. Are we in the picture? Are we in the picture? Okay. So yeah, well this one, and then I guess we'll wrap it up with this. Okay, there it is. Just a little iron on the rim like that. Okay, now we'll take some of that and we're going to do this again like this. It just gives a little interest, to the pot sometimes. A little bit of freckle, not freckle, speckle. Speckle, freckle, yeah. Add a little bit of cobalt there, just loosely, randomly, and there it is. Okay. Okay folks, there it is. Nothing more to say. Have a go. Do it. That's what I say. do it. Have a go. Don't be afraid. And yeah, okay. So simonleachpottery.com. Go to my website. We do have workshops there that are filling up. None are filled as yet, but we are getting some people. So 2023, this year, we are starting running workshops end of March, and then every month. There's one every month. We may add more if there is interest, you know. Yeah, other than that, I don't know. I was just saying, we've just had all these wheels made. We've sold 12 wheels, pottery wheels. I said I wasn't going to have any more done, and I'm not. I'm only going to have them for direct pickup from here, and I'm not doing any more shipping. And that means they will be finished wheels. They will be completely finished. Like the wheel over there that I showed you the other day. It's under wraps at the moment. It's waiting for a lady to come and pick it up. But we can do that. I decided we can do that because really the stress of doing it all is all the shipping business. So I don't want to do that. But anyway, yeah, if you're interested in a wheel, get in touch. And if you're interested in pottery tools, throwing sticks, cut off wires, leathers, sponge sticks, trim tools, if you're interested in any of them, go to my website. There's an Etsy shop there you can purchase directly. What else can I say? Oh yeah, keep practicing. Of course. Okay, thanks for joining me, folks. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.